Welcome back, friend. Today I'm going to answer a question that I received on how can you use Google applications to get organized for the upcoming semester as a college student. So when you're looking for Google applications, you want something that you can add your dates to for reminders. You need something for tasks, which are your assignments, and then you need something to organize your files. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to hop right into Google Drive. Okay, so you'll go to Google, click on your little wheel on the right, and then you'll go to Google, your Google Drive, or you can go to googledrive.com. But right here is like where I said, where you can click on this little box right here, and you can click on the drive. So I've already created a folder that says spring semester. So, and the way I did that was I clicked on the plus sign over here, folder, because it's a new folder, and then you just name it whatever you want it to be. And since we're talking about the new semester coming up, we're going to call it spring semester, right? And then you want a folder for each of your courses that you're taking this semester. So I'm an English teacher, so let's say English 111, right? And let's say you're taking a psychology course, so we're going to call it Psych 120. Now, just a little tip: if you have several courses and you are a person who is stimulated visually, then I would recommend you changing your folder colors. And a lot of people don't know that you can change your colors to your folders in Google Drive. So you just right click on the folder, scroll down to where it says change color. English, let's pick green, and psychology, I'm going to choose orange. Okay, and then I just kind of look for the color when I'm looking for, so I can quickly reference that. Inside of each folder, I will make subfolders. You just double click, and I will make a folder for, let's see, my notes. Another folder for my assignments. And then let's just create a folder for miscellaneous. Okay. All right. And my miscellaneous is probably where I will put my syllabus or random things that I might need that don't fall into assignments or notes, but it's affiliated with the course. And just another little tip: if you want to organize your folders in a particular order, like let's say I want my notes first, then I can just rename this and put a number there. All right, so because it assigns everything either alphabetically or numerically. Okay, so I will put 1 in front of notes, and then that will make my notes folder first. Okay, so once I do that, inside my notes, okay, if you don't know how to add anything to your folders, you can go over here where it says new, file upload, and then you just find a file that you want to include. You can just click on it, open, and it will add it here, okay? And then you can just drag and drop it, okay, into the folder that you want it. Or you can right click it and then add files to it, okay? So now that I have that open and I put my notes in there, the next thing I would like to do is I need something to put my key events in. So the next thing I would suggest is that you look at your syllabus and look at remember your calendar is for events, not assignments or weekly things like that, okay? But key events, so like your exam, your midterm, maybe a presentation, a key presentation that's due. Some courses you have like maybe like 2 major presentations that you need to do during that course. That would be something I will put on my calendar. So the convenient thing about Drive, everything is right here. So you just click on the calendar, and you can add, let's just say my exam is in March. I don't know. Let's just say March 1st. And let's say it's at noon. And then I would put English exam. Just don't say exam. Make sure you say what kind of exam it is, okay? I have my time. And if it's a WebEx or something like that, and you want everything in one location, I would suggest maybe putting your WebEx or Zoom login information right here, so that way you don't have to search for it. Okay. Also, if you have like notes, let's say I have notes over here in this folder, and I want a particular set of notes over here. Now, if I have a whole bunch of notes, I will probably break my notes down even further, that folder, into units, okay, or themes or whatever is being taught in that course. So if I'm talking about, I don't know, maybe I'm doing a particular novel or something like that, then maybe all the notes pertaining to that will make a subfolder for that. So you can say like notes over here, okay? And then the nice thing about it is you can add a link. So every one of your folders or every document inside of your Google Drive has a link to it. So I would go over here, get my link, copy link, come back over here to where, and then just paste it right there. Click OK. And if my folder is green for English, then I would change this right here to be green as well. Okay, so let me hit save. Let's change the color, okay? Because I want everything to correspond. So that way, whenever I look at my calendar, it's a quick reference, and then I can see that, oh, that's English, okay? All right, even though I put English there, it's just a quick way to look at it. Now, that's on my calendar. I will set a reminder. Let's get out of there. Okay, so my reminder would be maybe 3 days prior, because you want to study before. You don't want to wait till the last minute when the exam comes and then all of a sudden you want to study, right? So let's go to edit, because I didn't put it on there before, and let's scroll down. And let's say custom, and we're going to say 3 days before. Okay. And then let's just say that. So now I'll get a notification 3 days before my exam, like, hey, you have an exam coming up. Did you study? So let's get studying, right? All right. So that would be the second thing I did. So the first thing I did was I took a look at my syllabus. And, or the first thing I did was I created files or folders inside my Google Drive. And then once I created my folders inside of my Google Drive and added any files that related to those folders into those folders, next thing I did was went to my calendar and added any key dates that were listed on my syllabus. Okay, and you would do that for each one of your courses, and whatever color that you use. So if we were doing psych, then whatever I added in here for my psychology class, that would be in orange, because that's the color that I use for my folder. All right. Lastly, you need something for your assignments, and I will use my task. Okay, so first thing I would recommend you doing is create a daily checklist, because sometimes you forget to do certain things in your course. So like every day you should be checking your email. Every day or every week, check your course announcements. Every day you should be looking at your calendar, seeing if there's anything coming up, or at least every week, seeing if there's anything on your calendar. Review all your tasks. Was there something that you were supposed to do yesterday that you didn't finish that you have to do today? So those would be the things I'll put on my checklist, and you can repeat those every day. So that way you remind yourself, hey, okay, I checked my email, because sometimes as students, we forget to check our email, right? Even when I'm taking a course or whatever, I don't always check my email. I try to check my email at least one time a day. So either at the beginning of every day or at the end of every day. 2 times a day as a teacher is great for me, because that way I can catch anything that's coming or going, right? But you want to make sure that you check your email at least once a day. And then you can add your assignments. So right here, I will have create a new list, a different list that would say spring semester assignments, right? Okay, so that's the category. And then you add all your tasks. So like, let's say I have a paper that's coming up next Thursday. Okay, so that is my task. And I want to add if you want to add any key dates there, you can. But I want to add a date when this is due, right? So we said what, next Thursday? So next Thursday would be the 11th? No, the 4th. Okay, and let's say 11:59 p.m. We'll just leave it at 11:30 because you don't want to wait till last minute anyway. So 11:30 p.m. Hit OK. Okay, that's when it's due. So that's when it's going to fall on my calendar. So it will probably show up on my calendar, but I will also get a reminder. Okay. Now, if there's anything I need to do in order to get that paper done, then I will add my subtask here. So maybe I need to do my research information, right? And then maybe I need to meet with my tutor. Okay. I don't know. Okay, so those are different things that I can add as subtask. And then once that is complete, then I am good to go. And I just hit this back key. And as you see, it says compare and contrast essay, and then it has my due date on there. Okay, so those are some things that I would do. Lastly, I will also want, for each course or every class that I take, I would recommend that you write down if you're taking it on course, if you're taking it online, I would write down the course WebEx or Zoom meeting information or link, and add that somewhere. And maybe you want to add that to your calendar. So like if you had, you can add on your calendar, you can say English class or whatever. Okay. And let's say it's online. Okay. Right. Let's say it's on WebEx. And then you can put right here in the description box, this is where you put your WebEx link. So remember how I showed you how to do a link before, or you can just copy and paste that information there. Okay, then you want to save it. And then you also want to make it reoccurring. Okay, so it reoccurs, what's today? Today is Monday. So let's say it recurs every Monday at the same time, right? And so now it's on my calendar. Okay. And then of course, you remember we want to make sure that our color is green because it's English. So my 3 takeaways for today. Make sure that you organize your Google Drive, okay? So that way you can have a location for your files and notes. And then make sure that you put all your key events on your calendar and add your assignments to your to-do list. And of course that is a working document, so those will always be changing because you're completing and adding new ones all the time. Now, just a FYI, you know that Google Drive is also an application that you can download on your phone. So if you have Google Drive on your phone, one of the key things that I really like about Google Drive is that if you go inside your drive, and you can see right here there's a plus sign right there. If you click that plus sign, you have different things that you can do. And one of the things that I like is, see where it says scan right here? You can actually scan your documents and upload them into your Google Drive. I know, how great is that, right? So especially for someone like me, because I lose paper all the time. So if, let's say you're taking notes and your notes are in your paper, in your binder or in a regular notebook, you can scan your notes and upload them into your Google Drive folder. And then your Google Drive becomes a digital notebook, right? So how about that? All right. So if you like this week's tools and tips, then subscribe to this channel and don't forget to hit that notification bell. You can also visit SPARKNUniversity for additional resources. If you have any additional topics or things that you'd like for me to review, then in the comments below, put your question there, or whatever software that it is that you'd like for me to review for you. And make sure you put hashtag SPARKNUniversity so that way I know that it's a question specifically just for me. Okay? So choose today to start living your life boldly, passionately, and purposefully. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.